So today we're going to be talking about the Google Pixel 7 Pro. So out of the box there, the Pixel 7 Pro comes with the standard assortment of accessories. So you've got a USB Type-C to Type-C charging cable. So unfortunately there is no charging brick included out of the box there. You've got a USB Type-A to Type-C adapter just to help with setting up your new devices. Of course, lastly, you've just got some Google documentation there, just in case you need any help with setting up your new device. The Pixel 7 Pro looks and feels premium with its aluminium frame and Gorilla Glass victors both on the front and back. Google has decided this year to move both the power and volume rockers down slightly for better ergonomics. The device is made from 100% recycled aluminium. It is IP68 water and dust resistant, and Google has decided to scale back the intensity of its curve on the Pixel 7 Pro compared to last year's Pixel 6 Pro, and it definitely feels a lot better in the hands, though probably not a one-handed device. For that, I would recommend the smaller Pixel 7. The Pixel 7 Pro comes with an improved optical sensor, which is noticeably speedier and more accurate than its predecessor. And this year, Google has introduced a long time request with the new Face Unlock. On the back, we do have a similar design from what we find in the Pixel 6 series with the camera bar design or visor back. This year, we do have a polished aluminium camera bar instead of an all-glass visor, which tends to blend in seamlessly into the frame itself. So personally, I do like the device. It's quite distinct, and it means that when you place it on the back, the phone doesn't rock as much as some of the other devices found on the market. But do make sure you chuck on a case, or at the very least a camera protector. Moving on to the display, the Pixel 7 Pro features an impressive 6.7-inch QHD+ OLED display at 512 pixels per inch with a resolution of 3120 by 1440 pixels. It includes a 120Hz LTPO display, which peaks out at 1500 nits in terms of brightness, which is 25% brighter than its predecessor, which means you won't have issues viewing contents outside in bright daylight. Out of the box, the screen is set at Full HD+, so in order to take advantage of that QHD+ display, this would have to be toggled down in the settings menu. The display also has a 120Hz LTPO refresh rate, which makes for a smooth and responsive experience when scrolling through content or playing games. Depending on the content, the screen is able to drop down to as low as 10 Hz in order to save battery. Under the hood, the Pixel 7 Pro is powered by Google's Tensor G2 chip, Google's new silicon benchmark slightly higher than its predecessor, but in terms of raw power, it's not going to be able to compete with Snapdragon's latest offering found on the Galaxy 23 series or the OnePlus 11 series. So if you're hoping to run high-intensity games, then I suggest you look elsewhere. Google's focus is essentially on AI and machine learning capabilities, which is 60% faster and 20% more efficient than the Pixel 6. Day-to-day use performance has been pretty snappy and smooth. I haven't been able to find any issues using the phone in that regard, and that is thanks to Google's stock Android software. Speaking of smarts, Google has continued to include excellent features such as Now Playing, introduced back on the Google Pixel 2 devices. Call screening and Direct My Calls are both helpful time-saving features only available on the Pixel devices. Another feature that is my personal favorite is the Quick Tap Gestures. Essentially, you can map a list of functions available on the screen, and when you double tap the back of the device, it activates that specific actions. The phone comes with a 5000 mAh battery, which provides a full day of battery life. I've been ending the day with around 30% battery left with an average of 5 hours of screen on time. Speaking of charging the device, it supports up to 23W wired charging and up to 23W wireless charging with the Pixel Stand Gen 2. Otherwise, it will only support 12W wireless charging with any compatible Qi chargers. So definitely not the fastest in the world, especially with Samsung's offering with 45W charging, or even the OnePlus devices with its 100W charging on the OnePlus 11. Reverse wireless charging is available on the device, And personally, I would love to see at least 30-watt charging on the next generation Pixel phones coming out later this year. Now let's talk about the cameras. The phone features a triple camera setup on the back, which includes a 50 megapixel wide primary sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and a 48 megapixel telephoto lens. The 15 megapixel main wide camera remains unchanged from last year's Pixel 6 Pro, offering great detail and color accuracy. It's definitely less contrasty compared to what Samsung's offering with their devices, but the Pixel definitely offers a more true-to-life representation of what you actually see with your own eyes. This year, the 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera is now 21% wider with a 125.8 field of view. The camera also doubles up as a macro camera, so will get you some detailed photos up close and personal with objects, which is a welcome addition and versatility to an already impressive camera system. The telephoto camera, which is only found on the Pro series, this year the Google Pixel 7 Pro has a new 48 megapixel telephoto lens. While it doesn't necessarily provide a major difference in terms of photo quality, this year the Pixel 7 Pro offers a 4x optical zoom with a 30x super res zoom. Night sight mode is back and is very impressive, producing bright and sharp photos even in near darkness. Google has indicated better performance and new ways of adjusting exposure times in order to get the best nighttime shots. Video quality is another area where the Pixel 7 Pro trumps its predecessor, and that's in a big way. It can record 4K 60 frames per second video from all three sensors, and there's even an option to record in 10-bit HDR this time. Introduced back on the Pixel 6 series, Magic Eraser is back, and this year Google has included a new photo on blur mode. Overall, the Pixel 7 Pro is an excellent smartphone that offers premium design and a top-of-the-line camera performance, and those who are willing to invest will not be disappointed. However, with the Pixel 8 series slated to be released just around the corner in October 2023, I personally would hold out until then. One thing to consider before buying a Pixel device is that Google continues to provide 3 years of OS updates and 5 years of security updates, which is one less year than what Samsung is offering. Google, however, continues to provide monthly updates to the Pixel devices, and as always, it will come out on the Pixel devices first. Here in Australia, the Pixel 7 Pro retails at $1,299, but can be currently had for just under $1,000. If you're currently in the market for a new Pixel device that has pretty much all the bells and whistles of what Google is offering, I would highly recommend the Pixel 7 or the 7a series instead. In particular, the Pixel 7, which has recently been discounted to just under $750 here in Australia. What you get is a slightly smaller 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display, which is capped out at 90Hz. It will come with 8GB of RAM instead of 12GB of RAM on the Pro, with a slightly smaller battery, but you do unfortunately lose the telephoto lens, only found on the Pixel 7 Pro. Otherwise, you do get the same experience at a much lower price point.